Thank you, GMB. I pulled a Cryptos R Us, bro. I pulled my first Cryptos R Us talking to you lovely people while it's muted. Okay. All right. So welcome to the Crypto Mora. Thank you, GMB, for pointing that out. I would have been just talking and talking and talking with no mic if it weren't for you. So shout out to GMB. I love you for that. As you can see, we don't have the blessing of Wes's presence today either, but he will be back. So I'm going to do my best to hold it down and host. You guys, please smash the like on YouTube, smash the like on X. Follow at Crypto MacGyver and at Siri Crypto, please. That's the only thing we ask you to do if you like our content, if you like what we're bringing you. We have a lot of alpha today for you. I've been studying the last couple days here, looking at some projects that I pulled the trigger on myself. Kind of was hoping for Bitcoin to go a little lower so that the alts would bleed out a little more. Not saying that I want our bags to go lower before the holiday or anything negative like that, but I was just kind of waiting on the sideline. I've got a little bit of Bitcoin on the side that I was actually going to trade into some alts if we rolled down a little lower. I'll explain why in a minute on that. But some interesting stuff that went on last night in the spaces of crypto Twitter. I'm going to also talk about that. That had to do with Cardano and XRP. So if you're a Cardano or an XRP holder, I've got a little bit of news for you on that front. Basically just some news on some alts and some memes. And then whatever else you guys want me to look at, I'm willing to look at. But I'm going to start off here. I'm going to go over to this side, actually. Hold on. Stay with me for a minute. There we go. Now, when I'm looking up here and pointing at the chart like that, it actually looks like I'm looking at the screen of what you guys are seeing. So I'm going to go on this side today. So overall, the market's not looking too bad, okay? Not looking too bad. Honestly, me and Wes were both talking about these levels at 92 to 94,000, which is exactly the level we're at right now, okay? So while I say it doesn't look too bad, the reason I say it doesn't look too bad is because I thought we would hit this level 2 or 3 days ago. So it's taken a while to get to this level where we're at. Now, this is a critical level in my opinion, okay? So while I say it's not that bad, I'm also being realistic, you guys. And the realistic side of it is that we do need to see, and bear with me one sec. I'm going to bring up CoinGecko here. We do need to see Bitcoin and total global market cap hold at these levels because it is absolutely crucial. You could see we broke below the 3.5 on total global market cap. And I'm actually going to pull that up first because this is the more important chart to me. This is the chart that the Wall Street whales are watching, in my opinion. This is the one that says where the money's coming in and out of. Ultimately, I want to see a bounce at this level here. Let's see here. Okay, 2.8. Let's see here. All right, let's scroll in a little bit. Let's look at the 7-day. We did not get our double bottom at 3.5 like I wanted. We did not hold at 3.5. Now, you could see how slow this is going down, right? So this isn't a cascading like, oh my God, we're all selling crypto. We're all getting out. It's done. This is not that kind of a this is not that kind of a drop in the total global, which if you don't know what this is basically just every single dollar bill that's in crypto. So every single dollar bill that's in Cardano, XRP, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, every dollar bill combined total is what this is. Global TGMC, total global market cap. Okay. That's just every dollar in all of crypto. So what it's showing you, why is this chart important? This chart's important because instead of just tracking Bitcoin or just tracking your altcoin, you get to see the entire world's money, how much they're putting into crypto, and is it leaving the crypto space? So this is an important chart, in my opinion. This is the most important chart right now to watch. And this level here, ladies and gentlemen, 3.315 is the winner. This is the level. This is our last support level here on the 1 month chart. This is our last support level. We need to stay above this 3.315. Okay. If we go below this, Okay. That's not going to be good because that's going to signal to markets that, oh, cryptos is dive bombing, wars are going on, drones, UFOs, and, you know, satanic temples are being opened at the Vatican and just all kinds of shit that we don't need or want. Welcome, CT fam. Welcome. And I am going to talk about that too. There was an awesome spaces last night with CT that I was in. I was listening. I did not speak last night. I do that from time to time. I'm in town with family right now, so I had to drop out a couple times, but I'm listening every moment I can in the spaces of crypto Twitter. And we're going to talk about a cool thing, GMB in the chat. So we got a one fast 250 BP is a crypto Twitter fam. GMB is a Cardano fam that got me into Cardano. So we're going to cross reference. You guys should follow each other. GMB, he is one of the ones in crypto Twitter that if you were on the spaces last night, they talked about doing a crossover with crypto Twitter fam, XRP, and Cardano doing a spaces. So very, very cool crossover. And I'm going to be a part of this too as well. So is Wes. We have plans in the future to go on their podcast, and I drop in the spaces as much as I possibly can. And I speak in there when I have enough time to. And when I don't have enough time to, I just listen. Very laid back, very cool spaces. I will talk about it now a little bit, just so. Um, but I was just going to say that crypto Twitter token, my TA was wrong on it, and I thought we were going to correct and come back down and touch the flag, the bull flag that we were hitting. I thought we would at least come back down and touch it, cool off, and then kind of go up. Crypto Twitter token does not work that way. Apparently, because these bullheaded people in crypto Twitter do not sell. Their motive is just hodl, and we're not selling until we get to XYZ. I was blown away. I mean, usually my TA is pretty spot on with meme coins, and this one just kind of said, no, Sierra, you're wrong this time. And Wes called it too. Wes actually said, I don't think that happens. I think it continues to roll up. And I'm a holder of CT and a believer, but I was surprised that it did not retest on that level. And I was like, shit. And I think that's due to these stubborn people in crypto Twitter. Me being a stubborn person, I'm going to fit right in. So very cool, but I think you guys should follow each other, GMB and One Fast 250 BP. You guys should definitely follow each other because they're going to be doing crossovers from crypto Twitter to ADA and even XRP from what RTP, I believe his name was in space last night. Very cool dude. Very cool stuff. But I'm going to get into some charts on crypto Twitter and why that's one of my coins I'm going to be shilling today. And why I'm shilling it, why I'm a believer, why I'm a holder. But back to Total Global real quick before I get into that, guys. This level, like I was saying, 3.315 is absolutely crucial. Okay, we need to hold above this. Got to hold above that level. If we break below that level, and again, you can, I think that's where you can see this. Yeah, 3.315. Now, we've got a couple stops before that, and I believe, see, I don't like the way this reads, 3.417. So let's see here, 3.5, 3.47. We're below that already. So we already breached those. We're at 3.417. I believe that's it. That's all we got. We've got to hold that level, you guys. We got to hold above that. Or bounce there, you know. Yeah, we need to bounce there. It's just 3.315 is all we got, or 3.357. We'll call it 3.357 just because it's the next one. Yeah, so I'm looking for a bounce. And to be honest with you, this steep incline we had here was nice, and then we're getting a slow. You know, this could simply be bot buys and sells, and we could just be kind of grinding sideways for a little while. If we zoom out to the max, unfortunately, this chart doesn't show us the way I really want to look at it, but let me see if I highlight it, bring it in. Okay. This kind of shows a little better. So this goes back to July. You could see this grind sideways, right? And then all of a sudden we have this up, and now we're coming down for a cool off. This right here could be where we get a bounce. You know, we could drop a little lower. If we do, you know, The best way I like to look at it is to see where the drop could be. Um, let's say we go halfway between this run. That would put us around 3 point, let's just call it 3.2. And November 20th is the date. So I'm going to go back and look at November 20th and see what price Bitcoin was on November 20th. This is not factual TA. This is just something I like to do to compare to see where we were. So on November 20th, let's see here where Bitcoin was. Might have to go back further. Okay, so November 20th, Bitcoin was around $95,000 and you fell as low as 92. So pretty much in the same range we're at, guys. So again, while this looks quote unquote scary, there's another side of me that says, look at this, support, fell a little bit below it, support, bouncing here, support. We could just literally be testing this as our new support level, which would be freaking awesome. If 92 to 94, which is right exactly where we are, if this is the new support level, we're going to be in good shape. Like, in other words, even if total global drops down to that level and a little bit of money leaves the space, we still have a good, strong possibility of this being the new support. Like, we broke through it, right? Went up here to 106, 107, and now we're coming down to form this as our support. And I would be thrilled with this level because that means we don't have to go down to the CME gap. That means we don't have to go down to freaking, 79,000 or whatever. And just for the record, you guys, I am long. I did open a long, and I didn't open it with mad leverage like I usually do. I followed Wes's guidance. I went to, 3.5x leverage. And because of that, I didn't get wiped out. If I would have kept it on my normal leverage with crazy, I would have been wiped out the day after I opened the long. So I'm glad I followed that. Good morning, Panthea Stoner. Hell of a name. Followed one fast 200. Followed GMB. Got you. My Addis Toshiba here. Glad you guys are linking up in here. That's awesome to see. Athena Protocol, 2 airdrops, Ethereal and Derive for USDE stakers. Is that Arbitrum? USDE, I believe, is Arbitrum. Xander, I believe. So yeah, I'm just going to shout out to some of the people in the chat, put them up on screen. You guys, these are crypto Twitter fam in here, and we've got old school GMB, which is old school crypto Remora fam, and also Ada fam. So they are following each other and finding each other in the chat, which I love to see because that means people are networking in here, and that's what it's about. And good morning to you, Panthea Stoner. Yes, I am crypto Twitter family. I'm not changing my PFP, not because I don't want to, because I was actually somewhat enticed to do it with the crypto Twitter thing. It was like, but I've had my Nova Punk since 2020, and I haven't changed him yet. And I really don't want to, even though I haven't seen a whole lot of action from Nova Punks. I did make a post the other day about NFTs, and they called me out, and they were like, "What about Nova Punks?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" So I kept it up there. So that was pretty cool that they're still watching. They're still paying attention, like Santa Claus, So that's awesome. But our NFTs dead. That's another chat I want to talk about. Are NFTs gone, or have meme coins completely replaced it, or did the Pudgy Penguins single-handedly bring back NFTs? So my light TA is done here. I know I keep jumping around, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm just a little hyper right now because of the coffee. But basic TA says, let's hold. I hope we hold here. If we don't hold, nothing much has changed. We're still looking at the CME gap down around 81,000. If we were to fall that low because of the UFO drone or whatever FUD, so be it. Technically my long would get liquidated. Because I think my liquidation level is like 87,000 or something, which is only, $6,000 lower than we are. And you have this gap here. You have this line here where there's no trading that happened in there. We just kind of skipped over that level. It's like a video game. You just skip over a level. Sometimes you have to go back, like in Mario Brothers. You skip over the level by doing the warp zones. This is for only my old people that know this shit. Super Mario Brothers on Nintendo, you could basically beat the whole game just by using the warp zones. But at some point, you kind of want to go back to the other levels, right? That's how the market makers are. They skipped over, they used a warp here from this price level and they just jumped up to this level. At some point, they might want to go back down here and play just for the fun of it. And, the CME gap being there is another reason. So we have to be aware of this shit. Like, as much as I want to say up forever or sideways and then up, I have to be realistic with you guys and warn you that the CME gap down at 79 or 81,000 is not that far away from where we are. So I still haven't ruled it out for them dropping a wick down there, closing the gap, and then moving on. We do have to be aware of that. So with that in mind as the bear case, I still say if they do that, we're not going to stay there long. So don't be scared of that move. If that move happens, I would long the shit out of it. I would probably get wiped out of my long right now. I would get wiped out of my leverage long. And then I would do whatever I could to make sure I have another long in place if we do go to that level. So just so you know, that's what I'm doing. You do whatever you want. I'm just saying be aware of it because that way you can make your decisions now, what you're going to do. I would definitely not sell anything right now in expectation of it to drop lower. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if it happens, have a plan in place. But in my opinion, if we're at 93 and you sell, right, and then Sierra, you were wrong. We didn't go to 81. You're an idiot. You're an asshole. Then you try to blame me. Well, it's not my fault because I'm telling you up front, I would not do that. The risk from 93 to 81 is not worth you selling your bags to try to buy in again lower because if it don't happen, you lose money. So that risk is not worth the reward. Whereas, let's say, like I already have a long open now, let's say it gets wiped out at 87, fine. I lose a trade. What's that to me, right? I've lost several trades. Apparently, I haven't learned how to be a good enough leverage trader yet, but I'm learning. My plan then would be to open the long down low again because I don't think that we will stay there at all. I am so bullish on Bitcoin and crypto. I'm very bullish on Trump coming in and changing the landscape of what we've dealt with Gensler and Elizabeth Warren and all these bad policymakers, Sam Bankman-Fried, all this crap we went through. So I do think skin in the game right now is good. If you're already in the game and you're worried and you say, well, I'm worried about the CME gap, don't worry about it. Just hodl through it. It's like a category 2 hurricane real quick. Just bolt the doors up, make sure you got some water. You got your backup generator. You're good to go. Just weather the storm. And then when it comes back up, baby, it'll be 2 weeks at the most if it happens. And I don't even think you see that. I think it's a wick that happens quickly. So that's the bearish side. The bullish side, everyone that I've watched, Lark, Zombie, these guys are all calling for $130,000 Bitcoin relatively soon. So the drop down to 80,000 or the pump up to 130,000 risk to reward, I would hold what you got. It looks like they could drop us down there real quick, but I'm not placing bets. I'm not opening a short. I'm not doing it because I see the support here. I'm just aware of it. And I'm telling you guys to be very careful right now trading. I would just hodl right now and see what happens after Christmas. Let's get through a couple more days. I know I always say, let's see a couple more days, but you need to do that sometimes. All right. All right. He's on the move. GMB is on the move. Okay. So that is our TA segment for the day. I might come back on Bitcoin, but I think that's where I'm going to leave it because we do have to keep an eye on it. But let's go look at something that we've been talking about. So, and again, the proof is kind of in the pudding over here, you guys. If you look at the last 24 hours, what is up the most on my Solana list? It is crypto Twitter. And this is not me just shilling it because, I'm in the project now and I'm a holder and I'm in the spaces. The numbers don't lie. And it has been like this for almost 2 weeks. So, and I was wrong. So it's not helping me any by saying that I'm a great TA guy. I pride myself on knowing TA very well and making decent calls. However, We never got the drop on crypto Twitter that I thought we would get, and I called it. And I don't lie. If I'm wrong about something, I don't lie about the shit. This is the real deal on this channel with crypto or more. We don't play that. Um, I thought what was going to happen was going to be this breakout, and I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little better. I thought that this breakout here out of this pennant, I thought we were going to get a retest, right? A retrace down to this level, at least in bounce, and then continue to the upside. And what happened was not that at all. And then again, you guys, again, I thought after this pump that maybe we would see a retrace down to this level and you could scoop some in here. So both of my last two calls on crypto Twitter have been wrong, which has been pretty humbling because I mean, I don't care. I hold a bag, right? I hold a bag. So I'm happy that we're rolling up. Um, do I think we're overheated? Not really. I still don't think we're overheated. I'm starting to see Wes saw this move happening. Wes said, no, I don't think so. Wes said, I think we continue to punch up through the upside. And sure enough, Wes nailed that call because we did. Now, we do want to get above this level here too. You see this previous candle? It looks like we're breaching above it. So we need to close above that. This is the daily. I would like to see the daily close above this level here to kind of reclaim the top of this candle. That would be nice. And it looks like we're on track to do it. So if we can beat this previous candle here, get a daily close above it, that would be awesome. And then even tomorrow, if we come down and cool off down to that level and bounce and continue the upside, that would be great. But let's just look again here from a zoomed out perspective. Still kind of looking at this cup and handle, you guys. I know I'm a cup and handle freak. That's where my eyes gravitate to, but not the Adam and Eve thing here, but this being the cup, this being the handle, right? So I would measure this move here and extrapolate that line. Let's just go here. And I would say put it at the top right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to draw this little happy little guy here. Or we'll put the smart guy with the glasses up here. Bang. Okay, make him a little smaller. And so that's what I'm looking at, you guys. So will it run a little more? I think so. I think your target breakout for that cup and handle is up around there. And that's a sloppy line. I know it's a sloppy line, guys. It's like crooked, so I'm going to delete it because it's bothering me. And I'll draw a straight line across there real quick. But yeah, I still see that because this kind of backward extrapolates to this line here, which just means you go past your other points of touching and you're going backwards on the timeline to see if it touches any previous points. And it does right here. So I'm going to actually draw my line starting right about there because it's still touching those candles, right? And I'm going to go like that just to give us a clear vision of the cup and handle. So this is the cup. This is the handle. I know they're not perfect cup and handles that I see, but I love trading these patterns. They generally play out. And then you measure the top of the cup down to the bottom of the cup, and then you just move that line, which is what I did here. So this is just 5-minute TA, you guys. This is a very basic TA move that I learned from Crypto Jeb years ago. And it tends to play out. And right now you're already trying to break up to that point. So this would be the price target up here. But short-term price action for crypto Twitter is not the story of the day. The story of the day is, I want to talk about this for a minute because this is important. If you guys are new to crypto, and I know that this isn't like normal crypto remora stuff because we talk about our alpha and coins we buy and stuff, but I want to talk about community for a minute because Lost Donkeys community welcomed Wes and I in, Get Small and Lambo and Andrew Saunders and just Hot Tub Guapi. I mean, all these Eddie. There's too many of them to list right now, you guys. Shred. There's too many Lost Donkeys and too many Boner Patrol Chads to list right now that even when I made the meme and I kept adding people to the meme cartoon with the NFTs, I had to keep adding them and adding. That kind of thing you can't buy with money. That kind of thing you can't buy with gains, right? I mean, it's a feeling, it's a vibe you get from people. It's a sense of belonging. It's a friendship, a digital online friendship, but it's still a friendship. And that was the first community because I heard Chico Crypto talk about it, and I was like, why does he keep saying community? What the hell's a community, right? Once you get into a community and you realize what a community is, then you're like, oh shit, this is kind of cool. Crypto Twitter is a community. Don't kid yourself. This is not a Solana shitcoin. Okay. This is a group of people that are hardcore supporters of something they believe in. And it's a group of people that show up every night. And like I said, dude, just showing up twice a week for since 2021, I believe we started this podcast. Showing up twice a week is difficult, you guys. It's taxing because it's a full on commitment. And it's only twice a week. Okay, you do something twice a week for 3 years, or 2 years, whatever. I mean, it's a commitment to do something that often, that repetitive, and we love it. It's just, but it's nothing to shake a stick at. It's still a commitment. You have your girlfriend nagging you that she wants you to spend time with her. You got your family, or you got your other friends that want to do stuff, and you're like, oh, I can't. I got my thing. I got my podcast. And, well, you're not getting paid for it. Why are you doing it? You know how many times I've heard this shit? I don't get paid. I'm not making no money for this. Wes and I both have been doing this for free. It's a zero sum game. You do it for the love of it. You do it because you're trying to help people. You do it because I don't know. I don't know why we're doing it other than to help other people in crypto. And we're going to be talking about crypto anyway. So to me, it was kind of like, it'll be cool if we make money with it, but even if we don't, it's a nice outlet, and it's cool to meet other people doing this and to help people. That's genuinely why I wanted to do it. But crypto Twitter has committed to every single day, you guys, every freaking day. And the dev, I believe, owns a business. So you're talking about someone who owns a business, family guy too, from what I gather. And so are the other guys, the video guy, CT Nakamoto and Jeet and all these guys, Free Thought. I mean, all these guys have lives too. They have kids and wives and shit. And these guys are grinding every day. So that's what made me buy the token straight up. I was like, oh, these guys are committed to doing something every day. All right, I'm holding. And so that's what made me get into the community at first. And then what kept me coming back is what they stand for and what they're doing and what they're trying to do. They're trying to single-handedly change the reputation of Solana shit coins into let's maybe not have just completely worthless shit coins that rug on you all the time. I mean, I don't think that's ever been done. So I'm bullish as hell. Wes bought a fat bag of crypto Twitter. He probably holds more than I do, to be honest with you. I think he was seriously eyeing it because I found out from Andrew Saunders about crypto Twitter. I saw him in the spaces, and if I see Saunders doing something, it's going on my radar, just straight up. If you don't know who Andrew Saunders is, you haven't been in Web3 long enough, or you haven't been paying attention enough. You need to go follow him. One of the nicest people in all of Web3, which is something we should strive to be. Is you should be wanting to help people. It's about money, but it's also about not being a dick and trying to be cool with people, even if they have different chains or different whatever than you, different political views, religious beliefs, whatever the hell it is. Try to be cool to other people, be cool to your friends and family. It's almost like you get rejected with your friends and family with crypto, right? Now, anyone who's been in crypto knows this. If you're in crypto for any amount of time and your friends and family haven't followed you into it yet, you're still the weirdo. You're still the outsider. You're the outcast. So when you find other like-minded people that see something that you see, that's going to naturally make you gravitate toward them, right? So that's kind of what the Web3 thing is, and crypto Twitter is that. because it's a bunch of people who believe in crypto from all blockchains and all NFTs and all that stuff. But it's also takes it to the next level where it's what I wanted to do with this channel, right? My vision for this channel was always to help people and teach people DeFi and how to use DeFi and how to do all the shit instead of just making a YouTube channel and talking about news and all this stuff. I wanted to do both of those things, but and Wes too. Wes has the same vision I do, where we want to help people, but we want to be entertaining, we want to be funny, we want to be on top of things, TA, trade setups, all of it. But where I think crypto Twitter as a group is doing exceptionally well is they're trying to take on Goliath, as in all the shit coins on Solana. Dude, there's a lot. Every single day they're getting rugged, and they're trying to do a very difficult thing, which they're trying to get enough people to lock up the supply and not sell and hold till 1 billion market cap. Market cap right now, crypto Twitter, it's 1.8 million. So this is no light goal, especially by having people agree to hold. This is like literally David versus Goliath. And while I'm a part of it, and I was actually, because I'm a kind of trader, I'm a swing trader. That's one of the only ways I can make money in the space. I suck at leverage trading. I'm trying to get better, but I've realized I'm not good at it. But I am good at identifying good projects, and I'm good at swing trading. When I say swing trading, I mean 3 to 5 days, sometimes 3 to 5 weeks. I'll enter in a coin, and I'll show you on the chart here. When I say I'm a decent swing trader, what I mean is I would maybe say identify a coin, here ish that I like, which is kind of what I did with this coin, and bought in, not expecting for it to go up immediately. And I'm not saying I'm doing this with crypto Twitter. I haven't sold any crypto Twitter. I'm just saying that, normally when I look at a project like this, I would get in here, hold for a little bit, maybe ride this wave up, maybe let it ride all the way up here a little bit. Then I would sell a little bit, let it come back down, and then I'd buy back in. And I do that with meme coins. I do that with a lot of coins, and I do fairly well. But with this coin in particular, with the mindset and the mentality of what they're trying to do, I don't know if I'm going to try to do that with this coin because it's a different cause. So just something to think about. If you are getting into this coin, you have to listen to a couple of the spaces first and see what these guys are trying to do. It's pretty impressive. And like I said, just being there, episode number 100 will be on Christmas Day. And yeah, they're streaming on Christmas Day. So if you need to sneak away from the family or the in-laws at 10 o'clock, actually, I think they're doing it in the morning. Definitely check these guys out. I say these guys, I'm a holder too. I'm in the spaces. They've let me come up and speak a couple of times, and I do plan on bringing them onto Crypto Remora. I would love to have them come on our podcast as well. Maybe on a Thursday night, we'll send them a link or something. Maybe do it before his spaces or something, like kind of early or whatever, right before he does that. That way it's lines up with what he's doing, but we'll figure it out. Let me read some of the chat, you guys. Okay, so it says followed. Morning, Siri. All right, I'm on the move. That's GMB. Okay, holders are too strong. Holders are too strong on CT fam. No one is selling. Yep. TA works pretty well on CT because no chart manipulation. But then again, community sometimes overrules logical TA, and that's exactly what happened, Stoner. That is what happened, man. That's where I called that retest. I said, well, normally you'd get a retest here and then a move, but it did not happen. And I totally was blown away by that. I was like, what? Why didn't we get a retest here? Well, they said, screw it. We're not selling. Screw you guys. No one's selling. 12-hour chart has a flag target of 0.00227 on the 12-hour. It says beautiful, absolutely nailing it, man. We all love crypto. It's a real commitment to show up forever. Yeah, that's my biggest thing that brought me in, you guys, to this project, because It is a commitment when you commit to something every day. It doesn't matter what it is. If you go to the gym, um, if you have an annoying girlfriend, and anything that you commit to like that, um, every and need authority. Okay, okay, I am there. I just had to say that a little bit. CT Dev is business owner as well as other top two guys, but that's part of why he's so great. Good head on the cat. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of tell too from the tone of voice. You can that's why I like spaces too, man. Um you can kind of get a feel versus say a text message or someone on Twitter that's just typing, right? Someone's just typing and they're just like, "Oh, we're going to the moon," or "This project's going to do this or that." It when you hear someone's voice, you can tell a lot more emotions in there, and I like that with the spaces you can get a feel for these guys and a tone for what they're trying to do and what what their actual goal is. So I don't want to make the whole show about shilling crypto Twitter. I'm impressed with it. I think it is one of the most original ideas on Solana right now, for sure. On Solana, it's I would dare say number one at this point, as far as community use case. I mean, they're pretty much the first. I haven't seen anything like it. If you guys know anything else like crypto Twitter, let me know because I haven't seen anything else like it on Solana. And it's kind of good to see because Solana has been kind of a shit coin. And it sucks too because Solana's got such potential. I love Solana and I love Phantom Wallet because they make shit so easy. But it's rug pulls all day long, all day, every day. And it's devs that are invisible in other countries. And if you're in the US and you're using Solana, you kind of dependent on it because it's so cheap and so fast to use. It's one of the few avenues you have other than Arbitrum where you can actually trade all day long if you only have $20. And let's be real, you guys, some of these people getting into crypto, you're getting into crypto because you don't have money, right? You're getting into crypto because you're not making enough money at your job, or you want to do something different, or you're tired of being in the kitchen for fucking 12 hours. I got 25 years under my belt in the restaurant business, and it wears your ass out. It'll wear you out. And you know, you're looking for something in addition to what you're already doing, and crypto provides that opportunity. But if you're trying to trade over on Ethereum and you got $20, well, hell, Ethereum's going to take 15 of that and then give you a $5 trade. You're going to get screwed. So you need something like Solana, you need something like Arbitrums. But when you go on Solana, a lot of times when you go on Solana, you see something like this, and it's like, um, you see one little inch of red on Bitcoin, then everything just crashes to hell. Everything just goes to shit. Or if you look at the top gainers and losers, I mean, forget about it. If you try to chase that path, by the time you buy into something, you're like, oh wow, this is up 614 million%. Well, that's nice. Um, the price is a penny or whatever. I mean, but a lot of these people that get in, they buy it. I literally went to the bathroom one time. I bought a coin, went to the bathroom, and came back. That shit rugged. And that happened a couple times with baby Pengu. By the time they put out Pengu token, they already have like baby this, baby that, and then people jump in these shitters. I call this the casino. Everybody calls it the casino because mostly you're gonna lose your money. That's what it is. It's mostly rugs, and there's no lie about that. Everyone knows that shit happens all day on Solana. It's beyond a meme at this point, right? The old meme was that is Solana's going to break down. That was the funny thing in 2021, 2022. Solana breaks down all the time. Now the meme is, well, Solana's full of shit coins. And it is. But I think that what crypto Twitter is doing, Mudang is another good example of what it's doing. Peanut is another great example. Solana needed these coins, bro. Like Solana needs them. Forget everything else. Solana needs crypto Twitter because the reputation of Solana is going to go down the shitter if there's not a couple successful coins. And in my opinion, if without coins like Peanut, Moodang, and Crypto Twitter, Solana would already be done. I almost stopped using it too because I was just so tired of the shitters. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but I tell you, that's how I felt. And okay, several of us have been through several cycles. So you guys are OGs in the space. So you guys know this is my second cycle. I came in 2019. I was on Solana buying my first NFT. Um, but yeah, you guys are talking in the chat. I'm sorry, I'm not reading every single one in here, but you guys feel free to cross chat in the chat anytime, even if I'm not paying attention. If I'm not, then yell at me or use all caps or scream at me or something. But yeah, I see this post here. It says exactly, crypto Twitter is attempting to heal Solana and show a new paradigm as possible. Stoner, 100%, bro. 100%. That's what I'm trying to say. It's good to see. It cheers me up because Solana has so much potential other than just all these shitters. Oh, this thing's up 5 million%. Well, who gives a shit if it's only 3 devs and one asshole that's going to make all the money, and then 20,000 other little guys who are trying to make money so that they can buy their daughter a Christmas present or some shit. And that happens, bro. People do this. I mean, people get on here and they hear about it. Now, granted, a lot of people get on into crypto and they don't do enough research. They'll come in, they'll throw $20 at something like Baby Pengu Junior AI and or Hawk Tua. They'll say, well, that's it. I'm going to take this $50 I've been saving for a couple weeks and I'm going to finally pull the trigger. And they get all hyped up. They download the Phantom wallet. They go through all the steps. They put their $50 in. And what do? They buy Hawk Tua coin because that's what their friend told them to buy. And now they lose that $50 that they saved up over 2 weeks. And now you're pissed off at Hawk Tua. You're pissed off at Solana. You're pissed off at Sierra Crypto and Crypto Remora because they have anything to do with crypto. You're pissed off at all meme coins. You're pissed off at Bitcoin. And all because you didn't educate yourself enough before you jumped in. So there's twofold responsibility here. The first responsibility is education. That's number one. Learn what the hell you're doing first. If you're just coming into crypto, get a little bit of education under your belt. I'm not selling you a course. I ain't selling you shit. We don't have any courses to offer. We do this every week. We try to teach you guys. We don't charge for it. We ask you to hit the like. We ask you to share the stream. That's all we ask. But number one is education. Educate yourself. What is the first thing they do in governments when they're trying to take the enemy out? It's called gathering intelligence. Okay. It's a strategy of war. The first strategy of war is to gather intelligence. So if the most extreme thing is fighting in war, if you're gathering intelligence is your first thing in war, then everything else should work that way too. The very first thing you should do is educate yourself and gather intelligence. So if you're coming into this market and you want to be successful, gather intelligence. How do you do that? YouTube. That's it. I mean, YouTube has anything and everything you could ever want. But follow the right people. You gotta follow the right people. And if you're on Twitter, you got to follow the right people. Follow Andrew Saunders. Follow the crypto Twitter guys. Follow the Crypto Remora. There's Hunter over on Arbitrum. Hunter B Fresh. He's literally a developer. I mean, back in the day, you couldn't do this shit, you guys. I mean, I'm old school enough to where we didn't have YouTube. When I wanted to learn how to play the guitar, I had to ask my mom to drive me to the mall. I had to buy a freaking tablature book. I had to buy the CD and the tape. I had to go home, put the CD or the tape or record the song on the radio onto tape, push play, and sit there with my guitar and go, okay, I got to figure this out. I taught myself how to play, but I taught myself without YouTube, and it was very hard. It was very hard. I'm talking 8 hours a day. I would sit there and throw the guitar every hour or two, getting pissed off at it. But I kept at it. And now I'm a decent guitarist. Not great, but I'm decent. But my point is, you got to educate, you got to learn. And now it's easier than ever. There's no excuse why you don't know or can't learn crypto or why you can't make money. Number one's educate yourself. Number two, follow the right people, get in with the right people. And if you're just coming into Solana, crypto Twitter is a great place to be, because even if you don't understand what they're talking about, and you might not for the first 2 months. You might say, what the hell is a layer two? What is a shitter? What's a low cap? What's a high? You won't know any of these terms. But if you come in every week, or if you watch every week for a couple of months, eventually you're going to go, oh, I know what a layer two is. I know what a market cap is. I know what an FDV is. I know what a low float is. I know what bullish and bearish means. Start off with small stuff. You could even Google YouTube. A great guy on YouTube is Adam Koo. He's a stock guy, but he's one hell of a teacher, bro. That's where I learned my support and resistance levels. I just watched hours during COVID. I was like watching for hours every day, bro. 4 hours a day. I was studying and writing and taking notes and putting shit on my wall. Like, you walked into my bedroom and it was literally every square inch of my wall was covered with pieces of paper with TA that I wrote out. I was psychotic with it because I wanted to learn. But that's how bad I wanted to escape having to just work for money and not knowing how to invest. I wanted to not be that. So I forced myself and I went absolutely crazy into it. You don't have to go to that level. Just follow good people, follow guys you trust, and follow the people that are following them too. Like, pay attention. You know, you can learn a lot in spaces by hearing people's voice and shit. If you're street smart, pay attention to their voice, pay attention to their body mannerisms. You know, if you're not street smart, but you're book smart, read what they're tweeting about, read their posts, you know. But follow who you follow is going to be a direct result of what kind of stuff you're into. And if you're just getting into crypto and you're looking at something like this on screen and you have a Solana Phantom wallet and you're going, what should I buy? This is overwhelming, dude. This is overwhelming. What are you going to buy? This is only showing pairs 1 of 100. There's 792 other pages of this. So how do you know what to buy? And then on top of it, you see Patriot coin. How do you know you're even buying the right Patriot coin? They probably got 3 different other Patriot coins, right? So how do you differentiate between these? You know, there's a lot of shit to learn, but as long as you are in with people that are trying to help you, Crypto Mora, Crypto Jeb, CT coin on Solana, they have a spaces every night at 10 o'clock. Start studying those kind of people and getting around those kind of people who are trying to help noobs and trying to do something positive in the space. Andrew Saunders, follow him. These are the people that I trust in Web3 that I'm like, okay, yeah, these guys aren't going to lead you down the wrong path. Crypto Zombie, Chico Crypto, Lark, you know, Cryptos R Us is great when you're first coming into. He's really good to get you kind of familiar with terms and news. And Altcoin Daily puts out really good stuff. You know, all these guys are really good. I still watch all their videos. I have for years. So that's enough on that lecture. But let's take a look now. Kind of got off topic, but let's take a look. So you guys wanted some alpha. Crypto Twitter is my alpha call for the day. Let Him Cook is still, I believe this is still a good coin. Mudang, I want to know a little more about the worldwide side. I'm not on the rest of the world, but from what I gather from Kook and a couple other really good guys on Twitter, that Mudang was like huge. Now, I don't know. I mean, is it going to have a recovery? It's kind of down here around 28 cents. It may, and it may fly off the handle when we come back. Balkendorf, I still hold all these, by the way. I hold a little bit of Mudang. I'm pretty heavy into Balkendorf. I'm pretty heavy into Crypto Twitter. I am probably going to buy some more Cook because I think it's a good entry. I think it had a nice little correction recently. Oh, yeah. Cook had a nice cool off. And so, you know, you cooled off all the way from up here, all the way down here. So this is a decent entry for Cook if you've been following it. This is a decent entry right here, in my opinion. So Cook is a good entry. Crypto Twitter, I've already shilled enough. You already know that you need to scoop some of that. Pengu token. Let's see where it's at. It says it's holding around 3 cents, dude, even after that drop. So that's pretty encouraging. I held my airdrop. I think I switched a little bit out. Fred token. I'm heavy in this one, you guys. I'm heavy. I need this one to roll, dude. I'm not going to lie. I need this one to roll. Yeah, one last thing on crypto Twitter. You can ask questions on crypto Twitter, and the super friendly community will share their knowledge of multiple cycles. Absolutely why I'm shilling the project, ladies and gentlemen. That's that's it. Um Fred better do something, dude. Come on, dude. I hope I don't get wrecked on this one. It's not looking too sweet right now, especially if I look at the monthly. Holy shit, that's scary. That's terrifying. Let's not look at the monthly. Let's look at the daily. Even the daily looks kind of scary on this one. Can it come back? Oh, I mean, the bounce there is okay. I'd like to see us never fall below this level. I'm glad that it's kind of going up a little, but is that a dead cat bounce? I don't know. I called Peanut. I thought this one would follow suit with what Peanut did. I'm not losing faith in this project yet. I'm not. But the market cap is down at 29 million, which is not hideous, but we were up around shit. We were up there. Like market cap was getting fairly high up. Now, this was kind of going up a little, so you're falling down out of that. That makes sense. But I need to see a move on Fred fairly soon. They're starting to be active on Twitter a little bit. Are they going to do what Peanut did? I don't know. Seems like the raccoon doesn't get as much love as the squirrel, but you can see people are jeeting out. I'm not going to. If I lose this one, I'm going to be pissed because I put a decent little amount in it. But I'm not about to jeet out here at a loss. I'll just hold it even further like an idiot. Um, but we'll see what happens, dude. Even with the people jeeting out, this thing has held up around the 3 cent level fairly well. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm still watching it. I don't advise you to buy right now just because the risk to reward. I mean, it could go up, but if it's going to go to zero, it would happen fairly soon, I think. But I'm still holding. I'm not selling. So shout out to my Fred holders if you are still holding. I'm holding with you, and I will go to the floor with you in battle if that's what happens. Hopefully it won't. But Star Atlas is the one I wanted to talk about again. I talked about it on the last show. Um, I think this is going to be, and this might be the wrong one here, the wrong chart. I think it is. This is the wrong chart. So give me a second. Let me go here. Bring this over here. Let's do it like this. If you guys have any other coins you want me to look at in the chat, please let me know as well, and I will look at them for you. Good to see my CT fam in here and old school Remora heads in here. Hyperliquid still down 10%, still at $26. I mean, what a call by Crypto MacGyver. He was all over this shit. Hyperliquid, him and Thade from Primeapes on Arbitrum. If you're Arbitrum head, Primeapes it would have let you know about this Hyperliquid. They were farming, him and Thade were farming this airdrop, and they freaking killed it, bro, on that. They did very well on that airdrop, and it's still holding on. I mean, look, you're down 12%, and it's still almost $30. I mean, that's probably the freaking airdrop of the year, dude. I mean, yeah. So Primeapes, check them out. That's a NFT you can buy over on Arbitrum, where it's like an alpha group, one of the best in my opinion. Definitely super chads in that group. And they called shit like this. So yeah, definitely check them out. I was gonna look at Atlas. This is one of those plays, you guys, where I said I'm kind of a swing trader. I'm just showing you what I feel I'm decent at, um, so that I can help you with stuff that I actually do fairly well. And this is one of them. And what it is, okay, this game, this is the Dow. Okay, 18 cents, right? Because who needs a governance token for a video game? Well, okay, who needs it, right? Who needs it's one way to look at it. But then another way to look at it as this son of a bitch was worth $15 in 2021. Okay. $15. And right now it's at 18 cents. Probably going to go down to 15 cents if we keep getting this correction. So why would you need to buy this? Well, Purely speculation, my friends. If you've got $30 and you want to gamble on a shitcoin meme coin, I wouldn't do it. I just showed you two or three other projects that I would say I would take my 20 or $30. And this is one of those ones that I would take my 20, $30. Do your own advice, or I'm sorry, do your own research. But in my opinion, if you check out staratlas.com, you check out the video game, they've been around for a couple of years. They've got quite a following. Um, I have bought some in-game purchases. I've never been able to play the actual closed game. I would like to. I've kind of made a tweet about it before, but I may reach out to them in a direct message. I would like to actually play a closed test of the actual game where you're running around and everything. Um, but it's like an open world Star Wars type game, and it is pretty badass. If they pull this off, it's going to be badass. So I don't know. I always like to say I do my own research, but even when you do your own research, you don't really know if something is complete vaporware or not until the product comes out. I mean, that's why they call it investing. But from what it is, if you're looking at risk to reward ratio, I said this about radium. Um, Radium was 4 cents. I'm just gonna pull up radium real quick, and I called Wes right after the FTX crash. If you guys remember that, I called Wes and I said, "Don't sell your radium. Do not sell your Solana. It will come back." I told him, and it was scary as shit because Wes had gotten wrecked on Terra Luna, and and I think Terra Luna happened before. Yeah, Terra Luna I think happened before all this shit, and so he was already bit right here, dude, right here, bro. This is right. um, I told Wes, I said, "Don't sell your radium." Radium was down here. I actually told him to sell his Solana and buy more radium when it was down here, and this was fucking scary. If you guys were in crypto for this, this was fucking terrifying because this thing was exhilarating. $16 for radium, and then boom, to go from $16 down to fucking 16 cents. That is horrifying. Okay, that was scary. This was very scary. I lived through this. I was using Solana back then. I was buying NFTs. I was using Radium, Tulip. I was farming tokens. I felt the wrath of this. Now, luckily, I didn't have a ton invested at that time. I say luckily, but just because I have in real life expenses and problems going on and stuff. But even still, I called Wes and I said, when this happened here, I said, Wes, don't sell. Don't sell. It got this low. I said, don't sell. I don't trust it. I think it'll come back. Son of a bitch, man. Son of a bitch. From 20 cents, radium has recovered up to $4. So, I mean, this kind of a move here, you could change your freaking life on that, dude. That kind of a move can change your life from 20 cents to $4. I mean, can it make you a multimillionaire? No, unless you put enough money in. Yeah, sure. But, if you're trying to become a millionaire or trying to get rich, chances are you don't have a big pile of money already, which means you need to catch some gains like this. So you need to take some educated risk. Okay. Radium is a program or a D app on Solana that I personally used a lot. So I know that it was something that works, and I used it every day. So this run, I called. I said it's going to come back, and I was right, and it did come back. Now, let's look at Star Atlas now. Well, Nick, Radium is a D app for investing. Well, Star Atlas is just a game. Just a game. Gaming is huge. Gaming is huge. And the biggest game right now on Solana is Star Atlas, from what I could tell. I mean, it's the most graphic, coolest looking one so far that I've seen. Um, and this is the governance token. So there is an in-game currency that you could invest in as well, where you can buy the products of the game. And that's another way you can invest, right? You can invest in the spaceship in the game. You can own a ship, and then you're kind of getting into NFTs, which I haven't been very lucky at as far as NFT trading. But that's why I don't dwell on it. That's not one of my fortes. I'm sure some of you watching probably are. But check this thing out, right? You saw the last chart, Radium. Now you could look at this and say, Well, it went from $10, went from 13, 14, kind of chopped around between, $6 and $9, kind of chopped around a little bit, had a fake out, and then boom, boom. But this boom, boom is the FTX and all that bullshit. Well, Nick, it never recovered after that, but Radium did. Okay. Well, Radium recovered because the market kind of recovered, but the market didn't have enough risk on appetite yet for the NFTs and the gaming yet. But what just happened? The Pudgy Penguin that brought NFTs back a little bit, right? So, what could happen next? What could actually happen next could be if the NFTs came back, maybe the gaming comes back. I don't know. I mean, I could be slipping on this call, but I just, for how cheap it is, the risk to reward, this thing went up to 60 cents a little bit here and then went up to like 40 cents and then came back down. And it's at 18 cents, but it was at, let's look here, it was at 16 cents way back here. So it's not the first time it's been this low. It kind of had a little comeback. So it's bottomed out at 16 or 18 cents. I would well, there's a 14-cent mark right there, 14, 15 in May, right? In 2023 in May, it was down at 14 cents. Kind of rode 14, 15, 16 cents, 15 cents. There's a 12 cent, there's 11 cents. So it's been as low as 11 cents, 10 or 11 cents is the absolute bottom that it was. Um, yeah, it looks like 10 cents. Okay, you even got down to 9 cents right here. So looks like your all-time low is 9 cents. It's at 18 cents right now. But look at the amount of sideways. I mean, this is a long time to go sideways. If you're going to zero and never coming back, but your website and your Twitter, let's look at the Twitter. 'Cause this is how, I don't just show you guys or give you stuff. I'm going to show you how to actually do a little bit of this research on your own. You get 363,000 followers, and followed by 104 others that you follow. Um, the game itself, this is the graphics to the game right here, you guys. I mean, so if they pull, which is a worldwide galaxy of Star Wars on Solana, you can buy the characters, you can buy the ships right now. You can actually go on there and buy this stuff. Um, I haven't been able to play it yet, which kind of rattles my cage because I would like to. The game looks freaking cool as shit. And I have created a fleet, and they've got like universes, and then they zoom. I haven't been able to play it, but speculation, if they pull this off, it looks freaking dope, dude. It really does. And the screenshots, the concept. So this is one of those things that We got rugged, fam. I'm sorry about that. We got rugged. I don't know what's going on. It might have been because I tried to load the website for the game. We got rugged. I'm back though. I'm back. So we did get rugged for a second, GMB. Anyway, just to jump back in on this, 18 cents. You know, let's say you never go back to all-time highs, right? Let's say you never go back up there. Let's say you never even go to the third level of all-time high. Let's say you get somewhere around this level here. Let's say you only get up to there, $1.17. Even from 18 cents to $1.17 is nice. But you know, if you ever do get to the bottom of this support here turned into resistance, that's up to $6. I mean, that kind of a run is worth throwing 20 bucks at, man. I don't know. For a project that's been around for years, this down, in my opinion, if you're looking for something a little better than like a meme coin, you're just tired of meme coins and you want to kind of, you know, you want to, let's say you already bought a bag of crypto Twitter. You already bought the plays that you really like, your meme coins. Like me, I'm already set with my meme coins. I'm not buying no more meme coins. At this point, I'm going to start shifting into utility coins again to be early and try to front run that. This is a game that even if it's vaporware, and I don't want to say that because God knows if this team is actually really going to produce this thing, it's going to be massive, and it could take till 2030 to get the game to do what it actually is setting out to do. But it's trying to take on a Star Wars type thing. Like this is not just one world. This is like multiple planets and shit that you can zoom into, and it's a planet, and it's what they're trying to do looks absolutely huge. And I do think blockchain gaming will dominate and it will take over. Eventually, it's going to be one of the biggest use cases for blockchain. So this could be an opportunity of a freaking lifetime, actually. I mean, you know, as far as price action goes, don't go selling your house to do it, but a little bit of educated shit. Looking at this, you could say, well, that's terrifying. But remember what Radium did, you guys. Radium came back. And I do think this has the potential to come back. So Star Atlas is the governance token. If you want to look at the other token that is involved with it is actually called Atlas, which is the in-game currency. This is how you buy the spaceships and the characters and the shit in the game, which is also another good investment right now. I actually bought a character the other day for very cheap. You could see this thing. You could say, "Oh, it's dead. It's dead." Well, it could be. It could be. But it's under a penny. And if it ever goes back to, let's see the lows right here. Let's say it goes back to here. That's 2 cents. That's still a run. Don't shake your stick at that. You could put 300 bucks in at a price like this and turn it into 2 grand just by coming up to this level here. This level here, 2 cents right here. So if you go from here to here, right, which is around 2 cents, and you threw 300 bucks in, that kind of a move would profit you $2,000 ish. Okay. So I'm not saying to put 300 bucks into this. That's not what I'm saying. You do your own, you make your own choices. All this shit is risky. Okay. Maybe this project goes to zero. It doesn't ever do anything. But if you're going to throw 20 bucks at a shitter or a meme, you know, 20 bucks at something like this that has the potential on the next bull run. Let's say it doesn't even go to all-time high. It goes right here. Look at that. That's 4 cents. You know how many that's a run, dude. It's under a penny. You go to 4 cents. I mean, that's a run. And a fairly quick one. And you didn't have to sit through all this shit, right? You didn't have to sit through, how long is this? 2022. This is 2 years of bullshit you don't have to sit through. All the pain and suffering has already been done. These are kind of charts I love to see. That means all the people that were out are like, fucking, I'm out. They bled out over this is called time capitulation, right? So this, I'm just saying, dude, if it does go to all-time highs, forget about it. I mean, 20 cents, you're talking about 20 cents, you know, going from under a penny to 20 cents. That's massive. That's massive. You know, you put you put 50 or $100 in. I mean, that's a nice run, dude. That will on a small amount of money, that'll make you a big pile of money. At least if you're a little guy investing. So these are the kind of plays I want to show you guys. Take a look at another game on base and ADA called Cornucopia. Looks pretty dope. I have heard of that game, GMB. I believe I've heard of this game. Um, let's see here. It's on base and on ADA. Okay. New cutting edge open world MMO. I wonder if this is it. Is an enchanting 2.5D pixel art farm sim RPG. That's probably not it. Um, this is on Steam. Cornucopia. This one looks pretty dope. What is this? Is this it? I hope I'm not going to get freaking rugged again. And enter the vast open world of cornucopias. Cornucopia is a cutting edge open world MMO ascended from the Earth's surface and created a breathtaking new world in the sky. Be immersed in vast landscapes, vibrant settlements, and engage in a myriad of activities such as crafting, commerce, combat, racing, and more. You can watch the trailer. Is this it? GMB? Cardano with it? This looks pretty dope too, whatever this is. Because this kind of has the same vibes as Star Atlas, to be honest with you. I think that's what they're trying to go for, dude. I love this Star Wars. I'm not a big Star Wars nerd or anything like that, but I love the freaking concept of being able, like, watching Star Wars is cool, but playing in something like Star Wars, that's freaking dope to me because you got spaceship, you got shoot 'em up, you got open worlds. I mean, I hope this is where gaming's starting to go, dude, because this is fucking incredible. Excuse my language, but that is incredible, and I'm excited to see that kind of stuff for gaming. I mean, on blockchain too. Come on, that's gonna be awesome. Let me try to type this in with ADA real quick. Hold on. Let's see that. Yeah, that's what comes up first. GMB. That's it. Yeah, it looks dope. Holmes, what is going on? Holmes is in the house. What is up, fam? So yeah, dude, this thing looks just like Star Atlas to me. Web3. So they have different staking, node reward calculator. Like you can buy the actual in-game items and shit, which is cool. That's another way to invest. I mean, my little brother was actually doing that before I even knew about it. I didn't even know he was into crypto before I was, and he said, "Yeah, I'm into these video game assets, and I buy them, or I win all these video games, and then I sell the skins and I sell the weapons." And I was like, "And you're making money with this?" He's like, "Yeah, I made like $20,000." I'm like, "What?" So my little brothers were doing this shit before I even started my podcast, before I was even into crypto. My little brother made 40, $50,000, something crazy off of NFT gaming and shit. So I'm like, hello, who kicked your ass in video games every day? Who taught you how to play video games? You should have freaking called me and told me about this. But anyway, I love my brother and I'm proud of him for doing it. But yeah, he was doing this shit. I mean, he was playing the games and winning all the assets and then selling the assets to people and make money because there's real money here. $10, $10, 10. This is cash money in the games. So there's definitely money to be made. I mean, people spend money. People have kids. Kids spend money. Parents spend money on their kids. So if you think that there's not going to be any money to be made in gaming, you're crazy. It's one of the biggest industries, and I do think it comes back. I think because it's so quiet right now and nobody is talking about gaming, I think that's the exact reason why I'm starting to focus on gaming and utility. Nobody's talking about it. Everyone's talking about meme coins, which is making me a little sus because when everyone's talking about one thing, it means the real attention is elsewhere. So these are some hot games I think to keep your eye on. Thank you, GMB, for showing me this because this is another one like Star Atlas. I like this. It looks good to me. The graphics look good. The fact that they already have a marketplace looks good, and we can pull the trailer up real quick. I don't know if it's gonna I hear. Make sure we don't get rugged. Might get rugged. Isn't hideous here. You see the Cardano symbol up there? That's pretty cool. Good graphics on it. Yeah, the gaming sector is going to be definitely a moneymaker, you guys. I would definitely soulless. Yeah, these open worlds with the spaceships and the planets and everything. I mean, it is the future game. They're all in this direction. Very good. Pretty impressive with the graphics. Yeah, I'm blown away to see what happens with video games in the future. I think shit is going to get crazy. Treasure DAO and just the decentralized nature of everything that Treasure DAO has been doing and building their own chain. Star Atlas has been around for 3-4 years on Solana. Arbitrum has gaming shit coming out. Everybody's jumping on it, but nobody's talking about it. Um, Graphics right here, first person shooter looked freaking killer right there. That was awesome. So yeah, shout out to GMB. Thank you for that alpha. Cornucopias.io on ADA and base. So that's pretty cool. Homes, basically all we were talking about, just to summarize it, I was shilling crypto Twitter, why it's a good community, why it's kind of doing what Crypto Remora does, teaching newbies and everyone to get together. GMB followed a couple people over there. They followed him. So Crypto Twitter had a guest on last night. They do a spaces. They do a spaces every night at 10 o'clock. And they had a Cardano XRP guy come in that has about 10,000 followers. I see Lambo. Lambo's got a new outfit. Here's my homeboy Lambo. He wears some questionable shit, but I fuck with him. He's my homeboy. So like I said, he's a little weirder looking kind of guy. He's not the conventional type dude, but very nice guy, Lambo. He does taxes and stuff too, crypto taxes. If you're interested in that, very cool. Let's see here. What was I gonna pull up, guys? What was I gonna look at? I just blanked out. My mind's a blank. Um, Shit. Crypto Twitter. But you know what? CT coin is what I think it is. Actually, hold on. So this is it, Holmes. This is what I was talking about. The majority of the beginning. So this is a token you can buy on Solana. It's under a penny right now, I think. Still, market cap's still under 2 million, 3 million, something like that. But the reason of why to buy is because of the community and what they're doing and what they're teaching noobs and trying to stop the rug pull bullshit that is Solana. Um, and it's you can go in the spaces and they do a spaces every single night, and the community makes videos and posts things and they help noobs out, and just a bunch of fun guys that try to help you if you're just coming into crypto Twitter without rugging you. And so for that reason, I bought a bag. Wes bought a bag. I go into spaces every night. I might not speak every night. I might only be able to listen for a couple minutes, but I try to get in there as much as I can. And just some really good dudes that are trying to do something and they're committed. If you're tired of the Hawk Tua shills and the bullshit memes that are rugs on Solana, but you like using Solana, this is the number one project, in my opinion. You can see they're doing a spaces tonight. I'm setting a reminder. But they do it every night. So their 98th consecutive daily Twitter spaces. This is what impressed me. That level of commitment to do something every single day is unheard of. To do a spaces every night in a row, 98 of them so far. Christmas Day will be number 100. You can buy this right now in your Phantom wallet directly. Go to the website, go to their Twitter, official CT Coin Soul. Very cool. They follow us. They want to come on the Crypto Remora podcast, which is awesome. We're going to have them on. And likewise, we'll be going into their spaces as well. So, yeah, that was what we were mostly talking about, Holmes. But Star Atlas was another one. And we were looking at Bitcoin price, whether or not we're going to go down to the CME gap, which I still think we're okay. I don't think we're really going to see that yet, but we'll check it out. Peanut down at 70 cents, getting a lot of news, and you can see my cartoon looks just like Fred. Getting some sell action on Peanut. So market makers are taking Peanut in an interesting spot here. Bringing it back down, hitting some resistance here. Peanut could come back down to these levels too. I just want to keep a quick eye on this one, you guys. Again, all of this is reinforcing why I'm looking at games now. I'm not saying the memes are over. I'm just saying people are talking about memes too much. And whenever people are talking about something too much, it makes me want to question what everyone is really doing. Right? So because everyone's talking about nothing but memes and Bitcoin, that's enough reason to make me say, why aren't we paying attention to games? So Treasure DAO is another one. We are partners with the channel. But that's not to say that we don't look at other blockchains and other games. We just looked at cornucopias on Cardano and Base. And we're Treasure DAO. We are partners. The channel is partners with them. Treasure DAO is kind of it's kind of like already a live version of Nintendo, but Block 3 gaming. When I say Nintendo, I mean Nintendo type graphics, but it's slowly shifting to Super Nintendo graphics already, which has been over the last couple years. They just went live on their own chain. They've got these cool cartridge NFTs you can mint of your favorite games on Treasure DAO. These guys I used on Arbitrum, excuse me, when they were still on Arbitrum. Now they're using the ZK stack for their chain, but they have their own chain live now, which is what their goal always was. Treasure DAO's goal always was to have their own chain. They've got that going on. So this is another one that you could just buy the token and hold it. You could just buy Magic, which is their in-game currency for everything that you can buy the games with and stuff. You could just buy Magic and hold it, or you could use Magic to buy the games and invest that way. So Treasure DAO, definitely at the top of the list for gaming. Now, the other one we showed you was Star Atlas, cornucopias, but let's not neglect Arbitrum either, because Arbitrum is also going to be doing some stuff. Um, and we are old school Arbitrum users, and we love Arbitrum. So they are coming into the AI world. They're doing stuff. They've got some gaming going on. Spot Zero game, 3D APRG game, which you guys know I'm not into those kind of games so much as I am the old school type games. I'm a fighting guy, like fighters, and I'm kind of sitting out. I'm not saying I'm sitting out of the gaming space, but until someone creates a freaking fighting game, I'm just not. I'm not that hype, dude. I'm a Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter 2. I like first person shooters. I do like. Um, it's just that's just what I prefer to play. I'm still on PS4 and I'll play like what is it? Dying Light and shit like that. I like Dying Light. What's the new one I'm playing? Far Cry 6 or 5 or 6 with my buddy. Those are the kind of games I like. Fortnite, it's okay. But I'm not really into that as much as like Dying Light is my shit. I really do like that hard game, but very fun to play. I would like to see the blockchain games get to that level. I know it'll take time, but I do think that these are the ones you need to be paying attention to. Here we go. Here's Cali versus IO's upcoming um first person shooter game. Let's check this out here. Let's check this out. Let's I do think now is the time to be pulling the trigger on gaming. Something in my gut is telling me that you should be shifting focus back to utility, because I think with the risk on attitude of the market, um, the risk on attitude of the market will come back. And when it does, you need to be positioned. You don't want to wait till the hype is already there, right? You don't want to wait until like everybody's already talking about a meme token before you buy it. You want to be in early. I mean, you want to hold these things before that freaking pump. That's part of making money. And not for anything, but just looking at where we are in the cycle and looking how we're holding these levels fairly well. We still haven't gone below and touched that CME gap down there. Um, Even if we do, I mean, that's gonna absolutely, if Bitcoin goes down to that CME gap at 79,000, 81,000, it'll be short lived and it will not stay there very long at all. It might just do a wick where it just pulls down to that level real quick and then just blasts off. Ethereum, all eyes are on Bitcoin right now. I mean, the most important thing to watch is Bitcoin. Um, but when I see this kind of move here, that's a coil. That's a snake coiling up, and it. I I still have a long open. So I mean, my money's where my mouth is. I still think that this is just a nice little dip before we get our next move, and I mean, this is the level to watch. 90,000. I mean, we haven't even 91. We haven't even been able to touch that yet. We're at 92.8 was the last one, and we're sitting at 93 now. We're actually in the short term, we're in an uptrend as well, making lower highs. I'm sorry, higher lows. Um, so it's going to be interesting to see what Bitcoin decides to do here. I mean, in my opinion, until you break below 90,000, you still don't even have a chance at closing that CME gap right now. It's just too much support right around this level. 91. There's a 93, there's 94, 92. We're at 93. What do you got right here? 91. Yeah, below it you got nothing. I mean, if once you go, and that, hell, that's 85 right there. I mean, it's so close. Even 85,000 is not that far away from where we are, you guys. When you're dealing with these bigger numbers, you got to keep that in mind, a move from 85,000 to 93,000 is like a move from 85 cents to 93 cents. You wouldn't bitch about it if your coin was at 93 cents and it fell to 85 cents. If you still believed in the project, it wouldn't be that big a deal. So why would it be that big a deal if Bitcoin went from 93,000 to 82,000? It ain't a big deal. Bitcoin's still the top dog. So keep in mind, pretend you're at a dollar. Pretend like Bitcoin's $100,000 is only a dollar. Right. How bad would it be if Bitcoin went from a dollar to 64 cents? It could happen on a really bad crash, right? Would you say Bitcoin's dead and crypto's dead if it went down to $64,000? You would. You'd probably panic. Peter Schiff would be, just orgasming all over his keyboard. And, all the bears would come out. It's over. It's over. But if a coin went from a dollar down to 64 cents, you'd say, ooh, that's a nasty correction, but it'll come back. I'm not saying Bitcoin's going that low. I strongly believe it's not. I do want to keep an eye on our $81,000 CME gap right here. But if we do go down there, I think it'll be a wick and it'd be a V-shaped recovery. And if you're lucky enough, maybe you'll buy it. But I think that BlackRock and whoever else has got their buy orders in so much down here that it would be so fast you wouldn't even see it. It'd be like, watch me go around the world so fast. Like, did you see that? I already did it. It's like that. That's how fast it would be. It would be bought up immediately. So I wouldn't even count on being lucky enough to buy anything at that level. But if you do see it and it does happen, definitely would be the buying opportunity of this bull run. I just don't think the market makers are ready to drop it there yet. I still have been saying that for 2 weeks. I've been saying it, but again, I have to be aware of it being down there. But the upside is to 130,000. That's our next upside target. So that's about all the TA I can give you. I'm not pulling up Lux Algo or anything because it's not at that level of the game for me. But again, just to wrap it up, I will overshill this one more time in case you guys missed it. I do think that this is the entry of the gaming, and it's scary. It's scary, but this is the entry. This is the kind of scary shit you need to do to make money in this market. Is take an educated risk, and right now, this is the scariest looking chart in all of Web3 gaming. This thing was at $13, and right now it's at the 13 cents. Right, so one hell of a crash, but you didn't have to live through this. You didn't have to live through any of this. If you're just coming in, you're coming into this, you could say, well, Nick, that's a dead coin. Look, it went up from here and it's crashed. It's dead. Is it? Is it dead? I don't know. Because I saw this happen with quite a few coins and then boom, come right back up to this $4 level. Radium being one of them. Radium was down here and did this. And Radium is DeFi, but you know, I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and pulling them up, but I have to show you this because from a chart perspective, it's one of those things where if you missed Radium down here, look at this. Now, granted, Radium didn't stay at the bottom as long as that other one did, right? But look at this shit. Radium was the same price, 19 cents, exactly where Polis and Star Atlas is. Radium was at 19 cents and Radium was only up at, okay, Radium was at $16 too. Did a lot of trading around $9-10. Okay. Radium's DeFi on Solana. Star Atlas is gaming on Solana. It's one game. Okay. So you're a little more particular of the success of one project versus Radium is a DEX, a decentralized exchange where you trade tokens. But I mean, if there's a ton of DEXs out there, if this DEX was down at 17 cents, well, it came back to freaking $5. And that's after all these airdrops. That's after Jupiter. That's after all this competition, right? So my point is if you're a lower cap guy, or if you're in a situation like I'm at where you don't have a ton of money, you have a lot of bills, you have a lot of debt, you're struggling financially, you're still trying to claw yourself out of a hole, which is pretty much still where I'm at. If you're in a situation like that, you've got to look at a little more drastic moves, right? So if you miss this move from 20 cents to $4.71, hell, if you caught the top of this, the son of a bitch went to $6 already. And how long do you have to hold that? Well, let's see. You could have bought it at 16 cents in September of 2023, which was September, October, November, December, 3 months, a year and 3 months. So you would have had to hodl it for quite some time, through 2024 and 3 months. But a year and 3 months, you say, well, Nick, that's too long. Well, it's not, though. COVID was almost 5 years ago, you guys. 5 years ago is when COVID happened. Think about that for a minute. If you would have bought Bitcoin 5 years ago, you would have bought Bitcoin at $5,000. You would have bought Ethereum around $75. So if you bought the COVID dip, you would be up. Your Ethereum would be up. I can't even do the math on that. If you bought Ethereum at $100 and it's at $4,000, you did very well. So that's 5 years. So a year and a half, if you don't think you can make money in a year and a half, I just showed you what it did in less than a year and a half, from 17 cents up to $5. And that's a lot, because if you put in, $170, that would have got you a big old bag of these, right? And then you got however many of them at going up to that price. I mean, that's exponential in a year. So Radium did it. Can Star Atlas do it? Can Polis do it? I think it can. I think it can. And this is not a Crypto Remora call. This is a Sierra crypto call. So if you do decide to scoop a bag of this, I do hold this, by the way, full disclosure. I bought a bag the other day. I'm going to probably scoop a little more. I was waiting for it to go down a little more. It hasn't really gone down, but this is a chart that is a very painful, very risky chart to look at, because you're like, it looks dead. But again, no risk, no reward. The lowest this thing ever was 9 cents. It's double that. So the downside would be it would go from 18 cents down to 9 cents. But the upside, if it goes halfway to all-time highs, could go to that $4 level again. And that's the kind of play I'm looking at. Doing a small amount into something like this that has a community, has a product, has it has a marketplace, all these kind of things. And I think while no one's paying attention to gaming, I think that is something you should be doing right now. Looking at community tokens. I think those never really had their day in the sun yet. I think crypto Twitter is just going to be the first, probably the most successful one on Solana. So I would definitely go to crypto Twitter token. Treasure DAO and Magic is an awesome picks and shovel type play, where you can just buy Magic and hold it, or you can buy the games with Magic, and buy some playable NFTs. Same thing across all these. Cornucopias is on Base and Cardano. And again, this is the DAO token we were just looking at, Star Atlas DAO, which is just a governance token. But I mean, it was once valued at it was once valued at $14. It's now at 18 cents. So that kind of a move is, if you got $20 or you got $30, you got small amounts you're playing with. I'm talking to you guys out there, the ones that are on the bottom rung that are trying to do something, don't have a ton of money, but you're tired of getting rugged with these shit coins on Solana. You're just over it. Switch to gaming for a minute, because gaming's down. No one's paying attention to it. And I do feel like the gaming is going to come roaring back. And you don't want to wait until everyone's talking about it, right? This is the time you want to, as an investor, you want to be in before that herd mentality. And everybody's looking at meme coins right now. In my opinion, meme coins are not done, but I feel like the utility coins and the gaming coins are going to be what's going to pop again because everything happens in these weird cycles. Meme tokens have had all the attention for the last 6 months. It's almost scary. Like I'm not buying any more meme coins. I'm not. I'm done. My bags are packed. I'm waiting for the bull run. What I'm buying right now is this kind of shit. I'm going back to utility coins while no one's talking about it. I'm playing the smaller side of the spectrum. And I think you should too. I think you should look into some stuff like this. And yeah, I think that's those are the plays right now that I'm looking at. But I think that may wrap it up for today's stream, you guys. Make sure you follow at Crypto MacGyver. That is our homeboy Wes. And follow at Siri Crypto. Follow the Crypto Remora. You can go over to the cryptoremora.com and it has all our links to all our socials and everything. And we will be streaming again Thursday night, 7 o'clock, unless it's Christmas. I don't think it is. So we should be okay to stream Thursday at 7, Mondays at noon. And tune into Crypto Twitter Spaces, you guys. That is 10 o'clock tonight. And make sure you like the video if you're on YouTube. Please give us a like. That helps us out a lot. That is really the only way we can get our stream out there and get the attention on us. And yeah, love you guys. See you back Thursday.